Have you ever paused to wonder about the significance of prayer in our lives? What is it about this solemn act of communication with the divine that has sustained believers for thousands of years? Welcome, dear listeners, to another enlightening episode on the Closer to God channel. Today, we delve into the heart of spirituality, exploring the process of prayer through the teachings of Jesus Christ. Prayer, according to the Bible, is an act of communion with God. It's a conversation, a dialogue between the human heart and the divine. In Matthew chapter 6, verses 5 through 13, Jesus Christ provides a blueprint for this conversation. He teaches his followers the Lord's Prayer, a model not just for the words we should use, but for the attitude we should adopt. The first step to prayer is acknowledging the divine presence. As Jesus instructs in Matthew, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." This step is not just about recognizing God's existence, but also about expressing our reverence for his holiness. It's about acknowledging our place in the grand scheme of things and centering our hearts in humility and awe. The second step, as indicated by Jesus' words, "Your kingdom come, your will be done," is submission to God's will. It's about aligning our desires with God's desires and letting go of our own plans and expectations. It's about trusting that God's wisdom surpasses our own and willingly surrendering our control. The third step is petition and supplication. "Give us today our daily bread," Jesus instructs. This is where we bring our needs and desires before God. It's where we ask for provision, for strength, for wisdom, for healing. But it's also where we express our dependence on God, acknowledging that every good thing comes from him. The fourth step is confession and forgiveness. "Forgive us our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors," Jesus teaches. This is where we acknowledge our shortcomings, confess our sins, and seek God's forgiveness. But it's also where we extend that same grace to others, forgiving as we have been forgiven. The final step is a plea for protection and deliverance. "And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one," Jesus concludes. This is where we acknowledge our vulnerability and seek God's protection from the forces that seek to harm us. This, dear listeners, is the process of prayer as taught by Jesus Christ. It's a journey of acknowledgement, submission, petition, confession, and protection. It's a conversation that draws us closer to the divine and transforms us in the process. If this conversation has sparked a light within you, do consider liking this video and sharing it with others. And for more insights and reflections on spirituality, do subscribe to the Closer to God channel. Together we can journey deeper into the heart of spirituality, drawing ever closer to the divine. Remember, prayer is not a monologue, but a dialogue. It's not just about speaking, but also about listening. So as you go about your day, remember to pause, to pray, and to listen. For in the silence of our hearts, God speaks.